Greetings from this side of Kenya. I hope everybody is okay. Very quickly want to go through some business discussion in the next 15 or so minutes. For a couple of years, we've seen that there are some brands that usually come up into the market, and then after a while they fade away. An example is the Akamba buses, among others. There are a lot of things that happen in between, and it's important for us to have these discussions so that we can have businesses that grow, businesses that are able to withstand the storms. So the first term that I'm going to explain is a niche. What is a niche? A niche in business is a gap. Before you start your business, you need to identify what is the gap that is in the market. The customers probably are being served on a daily basis, but there has to be a gap because these businesses are run by human beings, and human beings are prone to errors. So when you say a niche, this one is a gap in which a business or an entrepreneur is able to fill or is interested in filling. In understanding the niche, you also need to understand something called a positioning statement. Positioning statement is a unique kind of statement that tries to give the customers that perception that this business is the best and not the other one. Allow me use examples of big brands like Safaricom. The positioning statement of Safaricom is the better option. So this gives clients the mentality that if they want the better option, then they need to deal with Safaricom products. If we move to Airtel, their positioning statement is the smartphone network, meaning that anybody who happens to have a smartphone, then the network that you are supposed to be operating in is that one for Airtel. So your brand is supposed to have a positioning statement. A brand like Celebworld organization, the positioning statement is talent pays. So that is the perception that the clients are supposed to have. Having said that, let us talk about the demand and supply curve, which when they meet, they form something called an equilibrium. So what is a demand? A demand in simple terms is what the customers need. What the customers need, that is called a demand. A supply is what the business owner or the entrepreneur is able to give. Okay? That is the simplest term. So, in understanding the niche and the positioning statement, you also need to know what is it that the clients or the customers want. What is the demand for clients? If you don't know the demand for clients, then you'll find yourself starting a business, and this business will be struggling to pay. So you need to understand the demand, and you also need to understand the supply curve, so that you will only supply what the clients demand. And to convince them even further, you'll be giving them the positioning statement, the perception of what your product or service is able to uniquely deliver. And in the positioning statement, it is also filling the niche which I had explained. So when you are able to supply what the clients want, then we say that your business is at an equilibrium. Equilibrium is you're able to put up with what the clients want, that is the demand, and you at a personal level or as a brand level, you're able to supply what is needed. Now, I want you to go through that once again, and then if there's any question, you can send to the email that is on this platform. Thank you so much and have a lovely day.